Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from San Diego, California. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1857, Fun Day with the Grandsons. It has been an awesome day. Today, the kids got up. They're not allowed downstairs until 6:15, which I think is awesome because it gives me time to get up, get showered, get dressed, and get out there and maybe start getting breakfast ready for them and that sort of stuff. But on school days, I get a jump start, I get the lunches made and that sort of thing. But we didn't have to worry about school today being Saturday. It was Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday. Sorry. One of the kids was down there, but the kids eventually all came down. They sat and watched TV till 9 o'clock, and then the TV went off. Now, they were watching some YouTube channel with some kid who makes secret rooms, and then they have this person comes in, and they've got 1 hour from when they step inside the house to find the 4 or 5 people that are in the house in secret rooms that have created their secret rooms inside this house. And then there's a prize for them if they accomplish it. And so they were watching that. Then they stopped to have breakfast. And then after breakfast, they decided they were going to create their own secret rooms and Grandma was going to come find them. So they had rules. They were not allowed in Mum's office. They were not allowed in Mum and Dad's bedroom. They could only be upstairs in their own rooms or in the loft area. So a small area for Grandma to search. And so they were up there and I'm just sitting downstairs just on my phone reading because one of my favorite authors published her new book today and only made it live today on her website. So I went in and got that, and it's number 28 on the Misfortune mystery series. And I have to tell you, that book got me laughing from almost the very first word. Been laughing through, I think I'm already up to like chapter 7 on the book. And I know that there's not going to be another of these for a few months because she's going to have medical procedures done and then she has recovery time after that. So it depends on how the recovery goes as to when she can sit down and start writing again. So I'm sort of like, okay, we can deal with this. I can do a reread of the entire series because it's such a good series and watch the characters develop and see things and look at things from a different perspective these days. But anyway, back to the kids. So they finally got themselves together and said it was okay for me to come and search them. So I had to find 3 of them. So the first one, when I went upstairs, they've got an L-shaped lounger up there, and on the long piece of the L, it actually lifts up and there's a hiding place underneath. Now, the oldest grandson had made the mistake of showing me that last time. And so he was in his secret room. So that was the first thing I did is I went and lifted that up. And he's like, how did you find me? I said, well, you shouldn't have shown me it last time I was here. So he's like, oh, okay. And so then I went to the other 2, and there's like an entryway into their hallway. There's a little short hallway. There's a bathroom and 2 bedrooms, one at either side. And he comes up and he starts talking to me. I said, shh. I says, Grandma has to listen. And then I heard the youngest one giggling. Just a very quiet giggle, but it was enough to tell me where I needed to go. And so I wasn't expecting the 2 to be together, but in the same room, but apart. And so I checked under the bed because I thought I saw something under there. So they obviously had set up a dummy under there because that's what these kids did on their videos and things. And they were both up on the top bunk underneath the comforter, and that's where they were found. So then we did this whole thing. They spent well over an hour playing hide and seek and having me come find them again. And they took turns at finding each other. So I kept them amused for, a good hour and a half, 2 hours. And then after that, they wanted to go for a swim. So they went swimming for, probably about an hour or so. But it was definitely at least an hour we were out there. And then we found the spider. I've got no idea what type of spider it is, but it was freaking the kids. I was like, it's not doing anything, just leave it alone. And they had put the umbrella up over, they've got in their pool, they have a ledge that has an umbrella stand on it where they can put an umbrella so you can sit there in the shallow water underneath the shade. And it was on the underside of that umbrella. And the kids they were like terrified of it. They're trying to shake it off. I'm like, look, just leave it alone. It's not doing anything. It's not hurting anybody. I said, you leave it alone. It's going to leave you alone. Logical thinking. Did they listen? No. So that kind of thing. So I figured lunchtime. So I went and made lunch for them and had them sitting out in their swimsuits on the patio there where they've got this nice big dining table area out there. And we had quite a nice time sitting out there doing that. And then what do we do after lunch? And then they played for a bit outside. And then we had quiet time. Grandma needed a break. Grandma was tired. So we had quiet time. Plus, I also know the youngest one, if he misses his naps, he has naps at school, at preschool. And so yesterday he got really grumpy the later it went in the day because he'd missed that nap. So I was like, I'm going to tell them that grandma needs a break and that they're to go up to their rooms and sit quietly. They can read. They can have a nap, whatever it is. I said, but as soon as the timer goes off, grandma will let you come downstairs again. But I said, it's quiet time, so we're no noise. And I did manage to get a little nap in, not much though, because three energetic boys trying to keep them quiet for an hour. Yeah, right. And they're sort of like, well, how long is it going to be? I said 57 minutes because I never nap for an hour. My timer always sits at 57 minutes for a nap. So that's what we did. And then they came down from that. They had a snack, and then they went back swimming again for like another 2 hours. And then we came, and then I thought, oh, look, it's coming up. It was like 3:30 in the afternoon by this point. And I thought, if I can get them having dinner early, then we can have time to watch a movie before they go to bed. And so I said to them, I said, okay, we're going to watch a movie. I said, now, you guys have to go inside and you have to get showered and in your PJs, and then we'll have dinner. And then after dinner, if everything is eaten off your plates, everything that's put on your plate is eaten, we have a picky eater in the family, which seems to go well because, yes, we have a picky eater in the family who won't eat vegetables. And I said, so whatever I put on your plate, you have to eat. And the plate has to be cleared, and then we get to watch a movie afterwards. And they're like, oh, okay. And they all agreed that this was going to be the thing. So their mum had made some meat sauce and some bow tie pasta, so I threw them together in a pot to heat it back up again, and found some broccoli, so steamed that a little bit and put that on their plate with some carrots. And they all came back down from their showers. They were all and some dressed, some in PJs, and but I wasn't worried about it, and ate their dinner. But then the pickiest eater started giving us problems. I said, hang on, you agreed with me. We made an agreement that you weren't going to complain or whine or whinge or anything else about what was on your plate. You're just going to eat it with no things. And so he starts having this little meltdown thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm putting the timer on. If this food is not gone from your plate in 10 minutes, you don't get to watch a movie. You get to go to bed early. And so the other kids were coming in and encouraging him to eat. And it was the broccoli and the carrots. It was so funny. And the oldest one comes over to me at one point, and he's down to less than a minute left. And grandma being grandma, I decide when the 10 minutes is up. And so he looks over and so the oldest one looks over my shoulder, and it says 53 seconds. I just told the kid he had 30 seconds left. There's 53 seconds on the clock. It is not moving because I have put it on pause. It's grandma's prerogative. I want to make sure the kids have a good evening. And so I'm trying to encourage. And so I thought if I put pressure on a time limit, and this is going to be the consequence, that maybe it will encourage him. And so the older one gets, says, come on, you can do this. You can do this. He says, just shove it in your mouth and just chew it. And I said, look, there's a glass of water there. You can use that to help wash it down if you need to. And so he eventually got it done. It's so funny. We did get the timer to go off so that he knew the timer had gone off. And we ended up watching, what was it we watched? One of the Minion movies about Gru. Things like the early days of Gru or something like that. I don't know. They all got comfy. They all got comfy on the couch. They got this big couch thing, and they all got comfy on there. I got comfy. I slept some of it. Woke up for the important pieces, and then at the end it was like, okay, upstairs, get your teeth brushed. Those who don't have pajamas on, get your PJs on. Let's get your teeth brushed and everybody into bed. So, and then of course I came back downstairs and thought, we haven't walked the dog this evening. So, all given her dinner, but then she had also spent the entire afternoon, the whole time we were outside, she was outside as well. So she was running around on the hills behind the property and stuff, and on the property, the hill that we got on the property, and she was running around there. And so took her for a quick walk after I put the kids to bed, took her for a quick walk and came back again. And I don't leave them alone in the house very long. I just walk down the driveway and back up again. They got a nice 100-foot driveway, I think it is. I know it's longer than the one that we had in Virginia. We had an 80-foot driveway in Virginia, and this one's longer, and it's a hill. So, so I took her down to the bottom of the driveway and back up again, and made sure everything outside was all locked up. So did my nightly patrol with her, and then came inside and locked up all the windows and everything else that needed to be locked up. And today was a really, really good day. And tomorrow we have plans to do an adventure. And ever since I had spent yesterday with the youngest one, just him one-on-one time with him at the playground, and then we went out to lunch, and then we came home again. And we also played in the morning together as well. The other two have been wanting to have their adventure time with Grandma. And I says, no. I says, I can't do adventure time with you this weekend because there's nobody to watch the other two. If I take this one out, there's nobody to watch the other two. And it's like, oh, okay. And I said, but I will come back one weekend when Mum and Dad are not going away. And one day we'll do one of you, one day we'll do the other one. And they want to go back to the play. They want to go to Bodine's for lunch. They've already decided that's where they want to go for lunch. So we'll see if that's still true when I next come back out. I have to figure out just which weekend I'm going to do that. And we'll go have, grandson and grandma time. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, today was a really good day. So tomorrow we're going to do a group adventure because I said we're going to go on an adventure tomorrow. And the middle son's like, oh, are we going to go? And grandma and I says, no. I said, this is grandma with the three of you. So there'll be the four of us going on an adventure tomorrow. Oh, okay. But we're going on an adventure. Yes, we're going on an adventure. Where are we going? You'll have to tune in tomorrow night to find out, because right now I'm going to go fill up my water bottle, have some quiet time, read some more of my book, and then just relax and go. In fact, I may even have a cold shower before I go to bed because it's pretty warm. It's been pretty warm today. And by warm, I mean cool by Arizona standards. We checked at one time, it was 78 degrees here in San Diego, and it was 106 back home, 107 back home in Arizona, and it's still hot. But then there's a little more humidity here than there is back at home, which doesn't help at all. So as you can see by the suitcases under my eyes, it's time to go to bed. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening around the same time as tonight. And we'll let you know what our adventure was tomorrow. Yeah, well, I'll let you know tomorrow night what we did tomorrow during the day.